If you found $1,000 on the sidewalk, would you pick it up? Well, today's topic may not be the most riveting of all real estate topics, but it is going to save you money, so stay tuned. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate, and today we're going to talk about why you should homestead your property once you buy it. The house is closed, you got your keys, everything's signed, sealed, delivered, but hold on, your work is not done yet. You still have to homestead your property. What does that mean, you ask? Well, homestead really has to do with property taxes. And when you use a home as your primary residence, you have the opportunity to save a little bit of money. And who doesn't like that? You see, once you move into a home, for that following year, you've got to turn into your city or your county, whatever your local government is, the fact that you're going to use that house as your homestead. And what it does is it provides a tax exemption for you and any of the other adults in your home who are claiming that as their homestead and main living residence. Here's an example. My husband and I own a home. We have applied for homestead exemption because we both live there full time. It's our primary residence. So in my area, each of us gets a $25,000 exemption. Now, before you get excited thinking you're gonna go buy a new car, it's not $25,000 in our pockets, but it's $25,000 each that the county is not gonna tax us on when it comes to our property taxes. So for me and my husband, that saves us about $1,000 a year. And I don't know about you, but if I found that lying on the ground somewhere, I would totally pick it up. In addition to the tax benefits and the money that it can save you, another nice thing about homesteading is for resale value. So for example, if you have a house that you live in, but you also own a house that you rent, you can't have homestead on both. So obviously the rental property is going to have a slightly higher property tax. Now, when you go to sell either of these properties, the rental is going to have a higher tax rate, but the homesteaded property is going to be a little bit lower. So you definitely want to make sure that you homestead your personal property, because someday when you resale, a buyer is going to be able to see that when they close, they're going to inherit that homestead exemption, and it's up to them to register for it the following year. So it can be a really nice tool for resale in addition to saving you money. As great as that exemption is, it is a very strict deadline. In the Alachua County area where I work, March 1st is the deadline, and it does not matter what the excuse. If you come in on March 2nd, they're going to tell you that they'll see you the next year. So you want to make darn sure that when you close on your house, you apply for your homestead exemption. All you need is the copy of your deed and photo identification. It may vary from area to area, so just get in touch with your local county appraiser and just see what they need. But if you close a house in July, it's really easy to forget by that following March 1st. So my customers, for example, get a letter where in December, I send them the application, a copy of their closing paperwork, and a reminder to apply by March 1st. But depending upon where you are, you may be able to do it as soon as just a few weeks after you close to make sure you don't forget. So the homestead exemption, maybe not the most riveting part of real estate, but definitely a money saver. If you found value in today's video, or perhaps it's going to save you a little bit of money, be sure to like and subscribe and click the notification bell, because I've got a video coming up that's going to tell you what other out-of-pocket expenses you need to prepare for when you're buying a house. I'm Lindsey Johnson, your resource for all things real estate, and I'll see you next time.